Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nobody's Happy podcast. With me, as always, is George Manthony.
That's right, bitch. Hell
and
yeah, dog.
Josh Cabizzle.
Can you raise up my thing? I can't hear.
So, George, you were telling me about these Mafia fellas that you've been listening to. And I believe the way you described it is, man, Sammy the Bull Gravano was dope as fuck.
Oh, you know his last name? Yeah.
Like, what is it that makes you think these guys, like, admire these gentlemen?
They had balls.
But aren't they, like, technically snitches? That's why they're telling you the
No,
stories?
the way they say it, because the interviewers asked him, so aren't you a rat? Isn't a rat the most disgusting thing in your world? He's like, nah, not necessarily. He's like, I did rat traits. I got rat tendencies, but I'm not a rat, you know?
I don't know. It just seems odd that, like, it's more than just fascination. You respect what these dudes are about.
Yeah, they got balls. I'm starting to talk like this over here. It's pretty. It's just interesting to see how real that life was. You know, everybody falls in love with the movies, but these guys were like, it's not like the movies. It's not. You don't hear music. You know, you don't hear someone narrating your life. This is like every day was scary as fuck. You know, the thrill, making money over here, doing a deal there, and then I got made. They're like, I got made, and that changed my whole fucking. No one could fuck with me, as long as I kept paying who I needed to pay and was humble about it. No one fucked with me.
That's fucking crazy, man. Because I can't see myself belonging to an organization of armed men.
But you
around
are
bullying people.
You did. You were.
Yeah. Are you trying to say that people who served in the armed forces are basically just hired thugs?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they train you up a little bit, dude. If you weren't in infantry, they barely trained you.
I know. I keep hearing. When I was teaching weapons, that would be evident because there would be some people that were like sergeants, and we were basically teaching all these units that were non-combat units how to shoot and all this stuff. And I would be surprised, like a sergeant, they wouldn't know how to like clear their weapon. Like, and they would just look at you like, it's jammed, sergeant. Like, what the fuck?
Hit that thing on the back. Hit it like that. Go like that.
But I mean, I guess that was kind of a. But that doesn't mean that I don't. God bless the troops.
We pay, yeah, God bless the troops, but we pay the army, taxpayers, and all that shit. We pay them to protect us.
Right.
That's a similar thing.
And every once in a while to go smack some people around to let them know who the boss is.
Yeah,
well, it's more for the resources.
For the resources,
you gotta make sure
right.
not only that you're getting the proper resources, but that your enemy is not getting the resources.
But
so
no, that's for their bosses. They got rank as a captain, you know. There's lieutenants, you know what I mean?
Wait, what about those?
They have the same ranking as like the military.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, it has to be structured.
And their bosses, right? The boss of the country and shit, they have their own interests, but they're like, yeah, protect these people too, you know?
Right.
Well, I think a big part of it is just making sure your enemy doesn't obtain those minerals or that oil or gain that path.
Not even. No, it's about trading.
Okay.
Yeah. And when they don't want to trade with us, then we go fuck them up. Or if they got nothing to trade, they don't want to trade with us, right? Like, hey, we'll give you a 10,000 McDonald's on every corner, just a little bit more oil. And they're like, nah, we live in the desert, dog. It's not gonna work.
Isn't that what the whole Panama Canal thing was? That like,
yeah.
We built a canal in their country, but we somehow had control over it.
Yeah.
And then they had to hand it over at some point.
Yep. Well, you know, when the children of the, you know, Dad, you're a monster. When I get in there, I'm going to change things. I'm like, all right, dude, this is all, you hate this house though, right? You don't like this phantom in the driveway?
What was with the Panama Canal?
I'm pretty sure that we had something to do with building it,
right?
But we were kind of like it was in their country, but we had control over it.
In American terms, we helped those savages. That's how America looks at it, though.
Oh shit, dude. Hey, mine's a little bit too high.
Better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
All right.
Yeah.
What happened to that ship? Was it in the Panama Canal where that ship at the beginning of the pandemic turned sideways and was stuck like that for weeks, and all this like stuff couldn't come through? Was that in the Panama Canal?
I didn't hear about that.
I have no idea. No, I think that was in Egypt. That part that connects Africa with the Middle East or something.
Yeah.
The canal, the Suez Canal.
The Bering Strait? No.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, there was something clogged up there. Who fucking knows, man?
Yeah.
Cheetos went up by like 30 cents.
Yeah.
Everything's gone up.
So we got to start a revolution, man. One dick joke at a time.
I feel kind of connected in the comedy world. It's kind of cool, get a little.
What?
Oh yeah, like that's a made guy. I always feel that. Some open micer. I'm like, hey, hang in there. Do all the dirty shit we don't want to touch.
Do all the open mics I don't want to do.
Yeah. And when you start becoming a good earner, then you get a bump. When they open the books, you're gonna get straightened out.
Wish The Sopranos was still on. Now it was at the right. The Sopranos was on at the right time because it was like when you still use payphones.
Yeah.
But it was right about to end because people started getting cell phones like in season 2, season 3.
Would society collapse if we had to go back to phone booths and, like, let's say cell phone service didn't happen anymore, the internet wasn't a thing?
Dude, people
like,
would be more fucking sane. And recluses like me would have an excuse to not answer people. It was like, dude, I wasn't home when you called me.
Like if we went back to landlines.
yeah.
Yeah.
People still have landlines though.
No, but there's like
Nobody uses a landline anymore.
Basically, there's no internet. Internet's done.
Unless you're at an office.
Does society survive that? Taking that
of
big
course.
of a step backwards.
I think it would thrive. That's when the 90s, wasn't that like the best time in human history? And then it just, after 9/11, man, did they really get us? Maybe they got us, dude. Maybe 9/11 accomplished what it was supposed to. It just imploded everything from the inside out. Because look at how crazy it is now. I'm high as fuck, dude.
Cacao.
I mean, at the same time, the internet was happening, so it was like a big jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course it was a big jump. But I'm saying it was what made it. I think what making America collapse, which it is 9/11. 9/11 made everybody fucking insane.
No, 9/11 uncuffed the government to allow them to do what they needed to do and move faster, because if they didn't move fast enough, these other countries like China, who were a communist party, like, you know what I mean, who could do whatever they want and move quicker, they were going to get outmaneuvered. And so they're like, let's take their fucking freedom so we can hurry up and move this shit along. And they fucked it up, and now we're having a great reset.
I don't know if it's resetting.
Yeah, the whole monetary system?
I think we're still spiraling down the toilet. And I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
And then at the end of it,
I actually saw the fucking planes.
The second one?
No, that when I was talking, that's why it made me go.
Oh.
I was like, damn. I don't think I did it justice with that
you think the guy that set that up was off somewhere else, and he was doing it with his binoculars, and he saw the plane. He's like, oh. He's like miles away. He goes. He did. He added that sound effect, and then I was like, honey, what are you doing? He's like, nothing.
Damn, my heart would be pounding if I saw that in real life. Like,
You didn't see it?
No, I meant like I'm there. I am like I can see it happening. You know what I mean? Not on television.
I felt like I was there.
Everybody was all American after that. America.
They got rid of the X-Files after
We're all
that.
Americans.
Nobody wanted to hear
it was
about
only
conspiracies.
Good. It was only good for like Indian people and like people that look like all of them. Because all of a sudden MTV was popping up, you know. That was Aziz Ansari got popular. I don't know.
What?
No, I'm being serious though. A lot of like, oh shit, there's a bunch of Indian VJs now, and you know, there's Indian, Pakistani, Persian people. You know, they were getting their chance. There's son, you know.
So Mexicans should do a terrorist attack?
No.
What are you
Whoa,
talking
dude,
about?
no.
No, but
We're
maybe,
doing enough at the borders with the cartels.
What are you talking about?
Overachievers over here. We're already polluting the youth of the American people.
When are we gonna get a fucking like you know, the other day we were talking about like Mexican rappers, and we looked at a bunch of like, you know, obviously famous guys, but like YouTube famous, not like do a Sprite commercial.
Oh yeah, industry's
famous.
not fucking with them. Yeah,
you know, like we need like a Mexican Tupac, you know.
One of them has to start boxing people and shit.
What do you mean?
I didn't know who Jake Paul was or none of the Pauls until they started like calling out someone to box. And
UFC fighters.
Well, we already got boxers, but they box.
Yeah, but
those kids made videos.
Yeah, they made videos, and but he didn't cross over in the mainstream. Like my daughter knows who he is. I know him. My mom knows who he is now. He didn't get crossed over in the mainstream until he made that jump to fight Mayweather of all people.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. You got Bad Bunny, who's like supposed to be
Bad Bunny.
That Bunny's not Mexican.
He's Puerto Rican, yeah.
Puerto
but, I mean,
Rican.
That's where they're gonna start. They're gonna start.
Puerto Rican.
The Puerto Ricans got to get their foot in the door, and
every
then we can do it.
Every brown bitch loves Bad Bunny. Every single brown bitch loves Bad Bunny.
Yep.
My girl, our sisters, cousins, every. Like I can't understand what the fuck he says, dude.
He did a movie with Brad Pitt.
He did do a movie with Brad Pitt. He's crossing over.
Yep. Where he plays a Mexican cartel member.
Hitman.
Yeah. And he was in Narcos.
It's commodity, man. Once you get that famous, just slapping you on the sticker of a movie is already like having people gonna go watch it.
Apparently, he had a really good fight scene with Brad Pitt, like a few of them.
It was just one. He was in the movie.
Dude, does Bad Bunny have hands or what?
I mean, they can make him look like
he's bigger than Brad Pitt. He's taller than Brad Pitt.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He comes like a ball player, right?
I don't. You want to see? You want to see the
drunk ball player?
You want to see him fight?
Sure. What, fight? Bad Bunny.
So what I heard about Bad Bunny is he owns 80% of all his shit.
Oh, really?
He owns his masters. He owns 80% of all his shit.
Well, dude, there's enough information that, you know, most artists should probably be doing that fucking model.
He's called the Wolf.
Unlock your potential to create
El Lobo, the wolf fight.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny. After we watch it, let's watch the slug trail of comments.
We never stop coming for you.
I bought the movie.
As far as you like, I will find you.
Why?
I will ruin your life the way you ruin mine.
Dude, I don't even know you. Konnichiwa.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
right.
I don't. Why is Brad Pitt talking like a 23-year-old nerd?
That's his character in the movie. Yeah, he's not the. He's still Brad Pitt, but he's not.
He's fighting like Brad Pitt.
He's not the confident like.
He's just.
Stoic.
They try to put like a dorky personality on a bad motherfucker.
On a bad motherfucker, yeah. It works a little bit, you know.
I don't know. I feel a little bit uncomfortable.
It's definitely like a Guy Ritchie type of movie.
Bad Bunny is the least threatening person I've ever seen.
16. Hold on. For God so loved the world, so he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
A boy who shares Bible verses. I wonder if people trash him.
Nah, he looks like he goes on him quite a bit.
Whoa, psychopath. One reply. Copy and paste. Sad.
When will the violence stop glorifying the gun, Hollywood? What is Bad Bunny doing with a gun? He's a singer. He had a knife, you dumb fuck. You didn't watch it? Painter 24 ass bitch.
What was that?
Yeah, it's a okay movie. I bought it thinking I'm like a fucking idiot. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll rent the movie for 20, or I'll buy the movie for $20 rather than spending $50 at the movies.
And then?
I should have just waited till it went on Netflix or something.
Isn't it almost out on Netflix?
Yeah. But it had Brad Pitt, bro, you know? It had some good characters. And I like the trailer. Seemed kind of like Guy Ritchie-esque. But when you watch it, you're like, okay.
What did I tell you? I told you, just by the dialogue, it seemed kind of like weird.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Who's that? Who's in that?
Kurt Russell.
I always liked Forrest Gump and Braveheart.
Yeah. You like the underdog, huh?
Are they the underdog?
I'm gonna go with Happy Gilmore. Favorite movie ever. It's perfect.
Why?
There's a lot of memorable scenes in it.
It speaks to your intellect.
Yeah, and he does it for his grandma. You know what I mean? Like that's that. So that won me over already. You know what I mean? He had Apollo in it, and he like breaks his hand several times because he got eaten by a crocodile. He fights, what's his name? Bob Barker. And it wasn't even supposed to be Bob Barker. He was trying to get somebody else. And then Bob Barker just happened to land in that role. Like that movie, all these people, the guy, Apollo, he wasn't supposed to be in it. And it just so happened.
Carl Weathers?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be in it. So all these things
Dylan!
happened in a row to make it a better movie.
Yeah.
Mister, all that.
I can't remember.
You can't remember any of them?
I remember Carl Weathers. It's all in the hips.
Yeah.
It's all in.
Yeah. He's like, get off me. What are you doing?
I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. And then Bob Barker starts punching him in the face.
It was okay.
This fucking Shooter McGavin. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Do you eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Hilarious name, Shooter McGavin.
You know, only our generation quotes movies.
What do you mean?
The next generation over, like, here, check out this clip.
Oh,
Only
right.
us, where we were like, oh, do you remember that one part where you have to, you know?
No, they do. It's just it's in conversation. You know, where you throw it as a reference.
I don't see much of a quote off, you know, among these people. I mean, I don't know.
When are you hanging out with young
I hang
people?
out with young people.
How young?
My wife is like 10 years younger than me. I do hang out with young people.
Does it
bro.
make you feel younger?
No, not at all. It makes me feel crazy old, dude. Because I'm talking about, oh shit, man, this movie came out in 99. She was like, I was 4. Like, oh shit, I was buying my house. No, I said, because we're shitting on that movie, and I'm like, man, that's fucking stupid. Something about high school and shit. I was in high school. She's like, you were in high school in that fucking? I'm like, yeah. What? She's like, oh.
Yeah, I always get that with
She was born in 2000 and
with 9/11. I always get the same thing where it's just like, yeah, I remember. And then I was like, I remember I was in English class. I was a junior. Like, you were a junior? We were in elementary school. And I'm like, I wasn't in fucking elementary school. Like, I forget that they didn't see it. They didn't see the second plane hit.
No, they just grew up with all the results of it.
I wouldn't be around younger folks if it wasn't for comedy. I would have no clue what's going on.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
Most people just stick with people around their age and around their tax bracket and do similar things that they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know homeless people. We know really rich people. We know a lot of drug addicts, a few communists.
I know. It's crazy. I know a
Satanists.
shitload of drug addicts, dude.
Known a lot, yeah. Hung out with a lot.
Yeah. Been one of
Been amongst them. I was trying to research a
lived
role,
as their
man.
king.
I was trying to research a part. Yeah, when we saw that video of me, and I saw like like how my pants were almost falling off. I was like, oh yeah, those were definitely the drug years. Fucking all skinny and shit.
Fuck, dude.
I remember having a great time at that show too. Just drinking and then doing a little bit of something on the side.
In the parking lot?
And then coming back in. No, in the green room. I'm pretty sure the green room was available. Oh, the bathroom in the green room. And then just coming out and being like, ready to go.
Hello, world.
And fucking wanting to throw up out of anxiety. Good times.
But that was your rebellious phase, though, huh? What'd you say? Like you didn't really have a
Yeah, I guess so.
you know, you kind of hit the ground running a little late as far as like partying and drinking. You know, like you were kind of square.
I didn't really do any of that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
in high school or even in the army.
Did you ever do the wrong thing growing up before you hit the army? Did you ever do the wrong thing?
No, not really.
Like, oh, you're out too late. Nothing.
No,
You never went out
like that.
Never.
No,
Never went to a high school party and fucking.
no. I mean, I hung out with like a group of my friends, like 6 friends. We would go play football,
Uh-huh.
and then we'd gather like maybe like 12 people.
Any of your friends having sex? You think?
I'm sure a couple,
Uh-huh.
but
Did they know that you weren't having sex?
oh, they had to. All I did was go to the house and come back.
Uh-huh.
Go to church.
No, like, bro, you gotta hang out with us, dude. I like, we'll get you laid. None of that shit.
No, I mean it wasn't like
Like your dick is my dick, bro.
no, I think the majority of us were kind of like maybe some timid and some. There was like 2 of my friends out of like the 7 main friends. Maybe 2 of them were. Every once in a while you'd see them with some holding hands with some chick, and
then you'd be like, oh, they're gay. You're queer.
no, it'd be like, well, I guess he's not playing football.
Nah. She only wants to trap you. Like, just jealous. Bro, we got to make a pact right now. We're losing all of our friends to girls, bro.
You were one of the dudes that started partying like in 7th grade, right?
No.
8th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that's when.
No, not really.
when
Maybe.
I 7th grade is when my group of friends changed, but that's because in 7th grade, these guys are already starting to have sex and smoking weed, and I was still a little kid, like, and so it was just, and then freshman year is like they were doing some like hard shit, like real drugs and going to Mexico and partying, and
that's when it happened for me, like 9th grade.
9th grade?
When it was like, let's up this, smoking cigarettes and smoking weed is cool, but like, there's a whole world of bad shit we can do.
And then junior year, people are getting arrested, people fucking dying and shit like that.
See, sophomore year, my buddy got arrested for tickets or something in the school.
Yeah.
And they showed up. He says that he walked in, they called him to the principal's office, which wasn't a big deal to us. We always got called in. Like, if you got into a fight, they would call me and like the rest of our friends in because they
were a gang.
They would try to make us into a gang,
Because
we were kind of a gang. Not a gang. We're just all friends,
Well, when you only have, they're probably used to compartmentalizing things like that, like to make quick sense of it. It's way easier than going like, I wonder what these kids are going through.
Dude, they would call in the Latin Kings. So I got into a fight with this kid, right? And all of a sudden, all my boys start showing up. They're like, George, what the fuck? I'm like, sorry, bro. We're hugging and shit, this and that. And then they bring in the leader of the LK, sat next to me. And then all the other, they're all dressed the same. We're all dressed preppy, whatever the fuck, trying to, not be so obvious with our shit. All the Latin Kings came in the school, and they're all dressed the same. Black Dickies, black fucking pants, and golden, like the G Nikes, but with the gold check on it. Because their colors was like gold and black. You ever do that? And so sitting there, right, and Mr. Melbrick, I saw him years later for my stepdaughter's school too. He was like, what's going on? Like trying to be like fucking Sally Jesse and shit. We can't have you guys in the school. You guys are disruptive. This gang war needs to stop. And all my players are like, what the fuck? And then all the other fucking the Latin Kings were like, hey, sir, it's not like that, bro. You know, they were serious. We were like, this is goofy as fuck. We're like, war. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, they probably saw it that way.
Dude, we all had to shake hands with each other and shit. It was so weird. Yeah, I got kicked out of school. I got suspended for a whole semester. Huh?
What'd you do?
Just got into a fight.
Was it like pretty bloody? Is that
No?
Did they go by the
It
severity?
was just those people involved.
You were the
that was it.
leader. That's
I was not the leader. We didn't have a leader.
That's what a leader would say. Who's
We didn't have a leader. We were just people that hung out.
It was a
We grew up
coalition.
in the same neighborhood. We hung out with each other. It wasn't like a fucking.
It's like they were like the
We got to go talk to so and so to see what to do. No, it was just we heard John got jumped. We heard someone got. We would go fucking find out who it was and shit.
You guys were like the Iroquois Nation. It was a coalition of different tribes.
Nah, I mean we were just friends. It wasn't like a thing.
Nah.
Anyway, so I
think
got
in historical
the
terms.
fight that happened was I was walking down the hallway, and I'm walking in the middle, and I had a chip on my shoulder, and this other kid had a chip on his shoulder. We both didn't move. All this space, and there was only us two walking, and we walked. We shoulder checked each other for no reason, and then I was like, "Come out."
Well, you
up,
guys had
bitch?"
no history before that?
Nothing. I didn't even know the kid. I was like, "What's up, bitch?" I was like, "Watch where the fuck you're going, dog. You fucking did that shit on purpose." He was like, "Fuck you, bro." I was like, "Bitch, outside." And so we go outside. I open the door. I'm not looking. He hits me from behind, right? Smart guy. Hits me from behind. I spin around. I fucking punch him in the nose. My buddy George is watching this the whole time, right? Because he was like kind of like down the way.
Sun Tzu said punch him in the back of the head when he's not looking.
Yeah, I was sleeping, bro. I fucked up, you know? And so he punched me. I punched him. I grabbed him by his clothes. I put him up against this is how ghetto the school was. They had like iron rails that they would close, you know, like the walkways all had iron rails,
Right.
You know, and so I pulled him up against the iron rail.
Hey,
and
what high
shit.
school is this?
This is Roosevelt High School.
Roosevelt High School.
Yeah, in San Antonio. Yeah,
And they always told us you guys had money.
Rough Riders, bro.
But it's 'cause
No,
we were-
the neighborhood. Because
we were
one
even
neighborhood.
poor.
One neighborhood had money. All the rest of neighborhoods fed in that school. They didn't have money, right? And so I put him up against the thing, and this janitor fucking saw us fighting. I ran over there and started trying to get me off of him, right? The motherfucker got me again in the face from the janitor holding me back. And then he like ran. He's like, "You're fucking dead." Like a little kid saying that to me, you know? And I'm a kid too. He must have been like 14 years old. "You're fucking dead, bro." And he ran off campus into the Target park and vanished, you know?
Never to be seen again.
No, I saw him like years later too, because he got kicked out of school
he
too.
skittered under a box of cereal.
It was fighting myself the whole time, right? So the janitor fucking got me, and I fucking elbowed him to let go of me and shit, and I hit a guy. You know?
Yeah,
right.
You hit a staff member.
I hit staff, yeah, apparently. And then so I left school, you know, and me and my buddy George left school, and he was like, "You're a bitch, bro. I saw him hit you." I was like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck? You make me feel-" Did I win or not? He was like, "Oh, it was pretty close, man. He fucking got you though." And anyway, so I went back to school, and then my first class, they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to go straight to the office." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck? What happened?" You know. And go in there, and then that kid wasn't even in there, but he was like, he knew the Latin Kings. He was trying to get them to beat me up or something like that. But that's what they were telling us. I have no idea if it's true or not. You know, it was just an excuse to be like, "All right, we're not gonna." This was the first day of school, by the way,
Jesus.
Of your junior year?
of my sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah, and so day 3, I show up to school. I skipped the next day, right? I was all fucking, I had a black eye and shit, right? And so I went in. Actually, I didn't even have a mark. I had like scratches and shit. Anyway, so he fucking, actually, I was pretty tough. I didn't have nothing going on. So I go into school and they say, "We can't do this, this and that. Can't start the year off like this. And you guys, fucking blah, blah. We're watching you." And they kicked everybody out. And then they told me, they called my mom showed up, I think. Or maybe they had her on a call or something. Like, "Yeah, we're going to go spend him for the rest of the year." She's like, "What the fuck?" Like, she couldn't control her fucking, her temper. She goes, "Oh my God, I will take care of this." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "All right, well, he told me I would say you can wait for her to pick you up, but I know you're just going to leave anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to go home." He's like, "All right, well, just be careful." He's like, Are you going to ride the bus?" I'm like, "No, I'm like, I'll walk, He was like, "Okay." And so he sent me back to class. He told me, "Just go back to class, but I'm going to leave. I'm not going to stay there,
Yeah.
And so I left, and I I went to my. Oh, I'm leaving, and then all my buddies are like leaving too, right? Like, what happened, bro? This and that. It was fucking crazy. The Latin Kings, this and that. I was like, oh, this is fucking stupid. You want to go eat breakfast? So we went to Christian's Tacos. We ate fucking breakfast. And I ended up going to live with my dad for in Killeen, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's when you started buying beer.
That's when I started buying beer. It all worked out.
Did you go to school
And
there?
the legend of George grew. Huh?
The legend of George.
Yeah, dude. The legend of fucking George grew.
What happened?
He
They
got
said
kicked
you were-
out the first day of school and all kinds of shit.
That you were incarcerated?
No, yeah. They thought I was in like Jew. I was just living with my dad. He had an apartment in Killeen. That's where he was stationed. My mom refused to live over there. She's like, I can't live. That place is a dump.
Legend has it he has his GED now.
Legend has it. Yeah.
Dude, there was a lot of gangs in my middle school. I remember that. Where like that's the first time I remember seeing like violent fights. Like where it's no longer kids, right? Well, I mean it is kids, but it's now kids are getting stronger and are able to like hurt each other with punches. Like I remember hearing this about this dude and he's like, "Hey man, did you hear what happened to Furball? Did you hear what happened to Furball?" And I didn't know who the fuck anybody was, and apparently somebody hit him or something like that. And there's this these other guys are talking and they point out the dude that did it, and it's the most fucking jacked 7th grader you've ever seen in your fucking life. Like just muscled. He had a muscle shirt on too. It was one of those like muscle shirts where like his muscles are coming out the side of the muscle shirt.
He has lats.
yeah, it's fucking enormous kid. And then later on, that dude, that Furball, he was supposed to be like a gang member or something. When I saw I thought they called him like Furball because he was like a chubby kid. He was a fucking enormous dude. He was already like almost 6 feet tall and shit. And the dude just had spiky hair. That's why they call him Furball. But he had like his whole fucking eye was like almost like he broke his what do they call it? Orbital or something.
Oh,
It
shit.
just looked nasty, dude.
Yeah.
And the whole time he would like sit like at a table that was across from ours, and I would just hear him he'd be sitting on the table and he'd just be like this, like just going like, and I tell you, man, I see that motherfucker and all this stuff, and I was like, damn, you put a fucking beating on this kid, man.
Yeah.
And I guess he was saying like that. And then I overheard all this cheeseman dude no, he hit him with a rock or something. Yeah. And that dude going like, man, I hit him with my fucking hands, like this fucking father of 4 and shit in middle school. That was crazy stories like that too, man.
So what happened when you came back the next semester?
My dad was in the field,
Mm-hmm.
and so the semester was winding down, and I think I just told my mom, "Oh, they let me out early, so I got an extra week of like winter break."
Yeah.
So all my friends were still going to school. Well, they're barely, And I came back into town. Oh shit, George is back in town, bro. George, he's back in town, George. And so I had the spot during the day, and so they used to come over to the house during the day and bring girls, and I had like the bottles, and beer, and
Is that your mom's house?
this is at my parents' house, yeah. And while everybody's at school, going to work, whatever, I would be getting fucked up during the day, dude. Fucked up.
They never came home early and caught you?
No, never. I don't even think I would have cared. I mean, I don't know. I didn't care. No one ever came home. My dad was in the field, so he was gonna be home. I think right before Christmas, because he go for like 60 days or some shit like that, or 45 days or some shit. I don't know. And at least that's what he told us. His other family was fucking. No, my brother and sister would get up and they would catch the bus, or I would drop them off because I already had a license to drive at that time. Because it was like a hardship license.
Oh, right.
Your kid can be 15 years old if you have a hardship. Like my father was always going to the field, or he was just in the army. So if you're an army brat, they were like, yeah, 15 years old. My dad was like all you had to do to get your license when you're 15 is have your parent fill out this affidavit saying that they took you out this many days. They, practice driving.
But they didn't?
No, my dad was like, no, I was like, Dad, like, when am I going to be able to, come on, you're going, like, I can take myself to school. Just let me get the Bronco, homie. He was all like, I'll just take it to get your fucking license. And I was like, all right. And so we went like the next fucking day. I missed school. I went the next day. He was like, yeah, my son wants to drive. They're like, okay, how old is he? He's 15. He's like, oh, okay, so you're a hardship? My dad's like, yeah, hardship, yeah. And they gave it to him, the affidavit. He's like, okay, so you got to take him, go practice driving. You got to record it on this. He's like, well, I already took him driving. And they're like, okay, well, if you remember the dates, you can. He's like, yeah. He starts filling it out on the counter. He's like, hey, when was that? Thursday? He's like trying to get me in the light. That was a Thursday, right? Thursday? What day was Thursday? Okay, yeah. And that was about 4 hours of driving. Like lying. Who drives around for 4 hours, bro? Yeah, reverse park parallel, all that shit. Yeah. Okay. 4 hours, dude. He just filled it out. He was like, there you go. And the guy was like, okay, sir. Well, you filled it out and you put it down. He's like, you ready to take your test? I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And so I took the driving test, like where you click the ABC, whatever, the multiple choice one. I never studied, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a thing I was supposed to know. But it's very common sense, bro. 15-year-old kid can pass it like off the cuff, What do you do at a stop sign? Yielding, what do you do when you yield? All that bullshit. And I passed it. And then the guy was like, all right, you ready for your picture? I never took the physical, like, driving test. And he was like, you ready for your picture? I was like, yeah. And I'm all this fucking acne on my face. And so I got my permit and my license came in later. But so I used to drive back and forth from Killeen to San Antonio.
At 15?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Like when my dad was like, oh, I got to stay in because I got to pull fucking CQ duty, whatever the fuck. So you can't go home. And I was like, come on, dude. What the fuck? I want to go home.
Dude, that's how it was like back in like the Great Depression. You have like a 12, 13-year-old kid. Yeah. Like, hey, here are the keys, going to town and go get some fucking corn or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what my dad would do. He's 13 years old, driving around in a truck smoking cigarettes. My grandparents would leave for the weekend and he'd take care of the store.
Yeah, my dad would drive the tractor when he was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
But he got trained to do that though,
Yeah. No, I mean, that's how it used to be back in, ancient times. Well, I mean, not even ancient times, like...
At 13, you had a wife.
1800s, 1700s. You already...
A 13-year-old girl was being sold into marriage with this, like, 40-year-old fucking dude or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
Kids were a commodity.
Dude, isn't that fucking crazy?
Crazy.
If you really think about it, these feminists have a point. They have been oppressed.
I just don't feel bad for him because...
Can you imagine your dad giving off your dick for a couple of cows?
A cow, man, that's a lot. Maybe like some goats.
That cow's gonna last him maybe 10 years. You're gonna last this guy.
Wait, but they don't sell their first
20 years.
They don't sell their first sons.
That's what I'm getting at from the perspective of women.
Oh,
it's like this is something that would happen to them as human beings. It's like, oh, I gotta give this guy pussy for the rest of my life so you can have some cows.
I have to give this guy children.
Yes, so he can have people to sell out or give away.
Yeah,
I mean, in some cultures, I'm sure.
I would tell him I'm a witch and a lesbian.
Do you rather die?
Yeah, I mean that's dying a slow death every day.
What if he's into it? He's like, hell yeah. I like him feisty.
I like him all witchy and.
No, I'll tell my dad that I'm a lesbian witch.
I'm a lesbian.
If you were a woman,
if I have to be forced into a marriage that I don't want to be, and he's gonna impregnate me,
I would just leave. I would run away. Why would you tell him all that shit?
But see,
because kill me.
Back then, it wasn't.
Why'd I just say kill me?
But see, back then it wasn't considered a bad thing. Like the father would actually try to look for
the best deal.
Yeah, and also like the most I can get without having somebody that might hurt my my daughter.
Who knows? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, they might not give a shit. If they had 9 kids, You know what I mean? It's like, well,
If that got done to them too.
I'm not saying it was a thorough process, but I'm sure they would give it the old eyeball test. Like, he probably won't hit her.
He doth haveth.
He doth have some meals.
yeah, because wasn't it just like the good families, like the rich families that were doing that?
No, I think
And
if you
all
had a
the-
daughter
No,
to
dude.
sell, you'd be like, hell yeah, I got a daughter to sell. You know.
Oh.
I bet you when they were born, you know, if you had twins, like, oh, I got 2 of them. Oh,
And he starts sitting down. I'm going to get a new fence.
can't wait to get a horse.
Woo!
That's right. Wee.
Twin baby girls. Twin baby girls. Gonna get that horse.
Everything. We're getting everything, honey. Like, what? What are you talking about, Frederick? Honey, you see that rock? That ain't shit. What I'm going to get you with off these 2 little babies. Don't name them. We ain't keeping them.
Don't get too attached to them.
Frederick, we've made these little girls. Nah.
But the dudes had to go through like rites of passage and shit, like they do in those National Geographic that I've seen, where there's like a tribe somewhere in, I don't know if it's in Africa or South America, where the kid has to put his hands inside these like
Ants.
yeah. It's like a leaf glove, and it's just full of like fucking brutal fire ants, and they just sit there like, "Ugh."
I always thought that was the goofiest fucking thing, dude. That was just
Of
so
course it's
fucking
dumb,
goofy.
but it's not to people who value like
We kinda
you
do
have to
this-
have some kind of system.
We
I
kind of
saw-
do the same thing.
I saw this one tribe with, like, how?
Like, okay, so it's your bachelor party, and then
Ugh.
they put 2 24s in each hand, and then they tie it to your hand and like duct tape it, and you got 2, and now you're Mr. 24 hands, and you have to
Mr.
drink 'em.
20. It's Edward 40 hands.
There we go. And then and then you gotta drink it. And yeah. And then when you gotta pee, you can't undo. So you gotta get your friends to
Is
do
that what
it.
happened to you?
You gotta get your friends to do it, and you're like, grab my pecker,
That's some white guy shit, bro.
grab my pecker. That's what you tell them. You grab,
That's some white guy
and
shit.
then they pretend to put their mouth.
What?
Keep going.
No, none of that happened to me on my bachelor party. They actually got me a limo and a bunch of other stuff. It was fucking dope.
Oh, they held it for you.
Yeah, somebody did. No, they didn't hold my dick. They didn't wrap my hands.
They held the bachelor party for you.
Oh yeah.
The fuck are you talking about, dude? It did happen to you.
Yeah, they held the bachelor party. for me.
No. They just patted me on the butt. One guy spread my butt cheeks, and the other one
They spent like $3,000 on me.
penetrated me. And then,
I really
Another one
appreciate
spat
it.
on
how many dudes were there? How many friends did you have?
7, 6.
7, 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
Have you ever spat into a butthole?
No, not on purpose. I've drooled.
On purpose? Not on purpose? I was just talking. Some spit fell on her asshole.
Yeah.
Ah! Damn.
Yeah. I was salivating over the pussy, and I accidentally drooled on her butthole.
Oh, what is it you have against buttholes, dude?
It's not what I have against them. It's what they don't do against me.
What?
You were drooling. You were drooling.
Never been inside one. That's all. So you talk about what you never have.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of it's filthy, but not dirt. Well, dirty,
To
filthy.
spit in asshole?
No, to be in there. It's
Sodomy?
sodomy, don't bother me.
It's French. It's called la sodomy. Le sodomie. Le sodomie.
With the green fucking beanie in your head.
¿Cómo se dice? Sodomie.
Cosa dice sodomy?
Sodomy. Sodomy.
Sodomy, don't bother me.
Sodomy and no sodomy.
I'm
Mamma
gonna
mia.
make you some of my mama's sodomy.
Oh, sodomy, it don't bother me. Okay. ¿Cómo se dice? Calm down.
¿Cómo se dice?
Sodomy bother you, it don't bother me.
Why'd you ask me if I spit in a woman's asshole?
No, because we were talking about, he was saying, oh, and then he spread my ass cheeks, and I was gonna say,
I
you
remember
were
George
saying that
saying
about
that.
him, and then I would, you moved on too fast because I was gonna say, and then he spat into it.
Oh. Boo.
If you had to, right, to save the world, forget it. It's too stupid. So what's gonna happen, man?
What?
With the world?
20 years from now. 20 years. You're still doing comedy?
A lot of people aren't gonna be here, huh?
You're still doing comedy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
God willing.
Comedy don't bother me.
Sodomy comedy. Sodomy economy show.
As much
That's your show at the creek. Sodomy comedy show.
we're gonna fuck you in your ass.
No, it's up the ass comedy show.
Sodomy economy.
They fuck us up. the ass?
Sodomy economy comedy.
I think in 20 years it'll be as different as it was from where we were 20 years ago.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So 20
That's
years
the
ago,
stupidest fucking thing
you're
ever,
what,
bro.
18? How old are you? 18, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so how different is your life between 18 and right now?
Not that different.
Not that different.
Really? Doing stand-up and the things you've done, it's not that different from when you were...
Oh, I meant like as a
18.
person.
Yeah.
No, not as a person, just the things that's
I
changed
haven't
in your
changed
life.
at all. I'm still
doing,
18.
I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it.
Okay, but now you're doing it on a larger scale, no?
So in 20 years, you're saying, what's the larger scale than what you're doing now?
I don't know. It's going to be that different, though, from when it was when you were 18.
Who's the president in 20 years?
Somebody's going to be...
The Rock. I think it's going to be The Rock.
No, I don't think so. We're going to go young. We've been trying all these old folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at some point in the next 10 years, we're going to go with somebody young. Like,
I don't know.
like, hey, man, it's working for some coaches in the NFL. Get some young blood in there.
I think when people are gonna reach for nostalgia, and The Rock's gonna remind them of a better time in America, and since he was a movie star and he has that facial recognition, they'll go to that nostalgia and pick him.
I don't know, man. He's already in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And in Hollywood, you can't just be yourself. You
Yeah.
have to show something that's a little more palatable to not just Hollywood, but to people.
I mean, I'm
The
calling
Rock,
him
I guess The Rock is the
I'm
the
calling
best
him
person.
The Rock and not Dwayne Johnson. You know what I mean? That is a persona.
Right.
He'd be The Rock president. It's really that fucking movie Idiocracy.
President Rock.
The wrestler who becomes the president. That's, you know what I mean?
Well,
you know,
yeah. it's
you know,
gonna-
in that movie they had everybody wearing Crocs.
It wouldn't be a
They
movie.
they made it a joke. It was
In
like,
real
oh
life.
yeah, I can't believe people would ever wear these shoes.
Oh,
And now
right.
people in real life wear Crocs like it's cool. Everybody,
People were wearing Crocs back then, though.
no, they weren't. At the time of the movie, they were not wearing Crocs.
Yes, I was wearing Crocs.
You work in the hospital.
No, I mean I would wear them. They're outside shoes. You can wear them anywhere.
No, but
Are you saying
were
that
an early
people
adopter?
You couldn't afford them, or what? You couldn't. You didn't.
No,
like
you're
them?
an early adopter because they were ugly. There were no Croc stores.
Yes, there was.
No,
that's
not
how I
the
bought-
way it
That's how I
was.
got Crocs.
Not when Idiocracy came out.
All right, dude.
When Idiocracy came out,
You were
they-
still
they
wearing your
purchased
fucking
them.
big belt buckle and your fucking ostrich shoes. You didn't know
I
nothing
had
about
Air
America.
Force Ones. Asshole.
Smell like Stenson and shit.
When did Idiocracy come out?
I'll pull it up.
2000 something. That's easy to say, right? 2000 something.
2006.
Yeah, dude.
2006.
I had a pair of blue Crocs.
I
And
didn't
the
even know
inside,
Crocs.
inside was like fluffy. There you go. Popularity following their release 2002. Crocs were mercilessly mocked. Yeah. And now they're the shit. They're fucking great.
Josh's point is that there's a correlation between
Yeah.
people's stupidity and their comfortableness. In
No.
shoes.
What I was saying is that a lot of the things that Idiocracy was making fun of actually started coming to fruition. Like I've noticed instead of saying hello or bye, people like saying I love you, like love you, bye, love you. Like everybody says I love you, right? It's just like saying bye.
It's life is short.
In Idiocracy, it's welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I remember as people were coming in.
You
I
always
see
base
what
your
you mean.
stuff off a movie, bro. I can't deal with you, man.
No, I think Josh is onto something. As I think as people become stupider, they what do you think? Maybe they drive the value of I love you,
Down.
or amongst other things.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that a lot of things that he said or they made fun of in the movie. It's something that we've
So
adopted.
you go to a store and
Yeah.
they tell you I love you when you leave, or you just hang around crazy people doing comedy.
Well, yeah, I hang around crazy people, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah,
Yeah,
After a show,
that's not a good cross section.
people come up to talk to you. They go, "Oh man, you got a dope show, bro. Hey, good set, bro. Hey, I love you, dog." And then they leave. No,
no,
that's not the norm in society. You keep talking about like idiocracy. That's not. You hang around a bunch of mentally ill people
yeah.
that can't control their emotions, and they tell you that they love you.
All right,
That's comics. That's not regular people, dude.
but comics are ahead of the curve. No,
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 they set the trends after musicians.
no, come
No.
on, what?
No,
No,
we're
it's just-
behind in the trends.
No, comedy is just a weird anomaly that just
Comedy
happened.
Comedy is outside of the trends.
Well, stand up. At
We
least.
we mock the trends. We look at the trends. You're an observer of society,
A reflection.
not a reflection, because you make fun of it, right?
So that's a reflection.
No.
Maybe it's a funhouse mirror, but it's still a
Commentary.
reflection.
Commentarian. Sodomy commentarian.
Sodomy.
We should get tattoos that sodomy don't bother me. So cross our children that sodomy don't bother me. I want to make t-shirts of that
I
shit,
like
but
that show name, Sodomy Commentarian.
You're outside of the trends, bro. You're right.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You are for sure, bro.
Yeah.
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 People-
you stopped. I said 1998 was the last year.
And that's it.
That's it.
Like we're
No,
done.
I'll give you 2003. 2003, last year. Everything else is like, who gives a fuck?
As far as like taking in what new input
Yeah.
for society.
Like you were like the last person I knew that went to like a phone with no buttons on it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to.
Flip phone forever.
No, and it took me a while to transition too, because I also had before that I had the one that it would slide off and it was a keypad
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
and I'd be like
I love
with
those.
actual pressing buttons.
Yeah.
I liked it a little bit, you know. It just became so much easier once I saw that. I was like, I guess I might as well, man. There's no point in fighting the future.
I tried to trade in my iPhone 5S or something like that, and they were like, we can't even sell this. Like, we can't resell this. You can't.
Well, for which one did you get?
The iPhone 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is the newest one. It was like the newest one before they fucking came out with the newest one. This is like the 13 or fucking 12 or some shit.
Have you ever seen those vending machines at HEB where you throw in old phones in it?
No.
Have any of y'all use it?
Oh.
I've been wanting to throw some shit in there.
I've had the same phone since 2018. Keeps fucking up on me.
It's probably obsolete. It has to be obsolete by now.
Yeah, I don't update it.
They probably don't make a charger for it. They don't do nothing.
Oh,
for
it's
it,
a C
probably.
charger.
Dude, a fucking a printer fucked up like that. I updated the printer, and then it said, "Oh, this ink is no good anymore."
Oh,
It had
shit.
like new ink in it. And as soon as I updated, I was like, "Well, I guess I'll update it while I'm putting in new ink." And it was like, "Yeah, this bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you just put in here. You gotta buy new ones, bitch."
Did you curse it out?
I grabbed it and I smashed it into the fucking ground, dude. I spiked it so fucking hard because I have emotional rage issues, and the fucking thing just triggered me so hard. It combined everything that I hated, like struggling with technology, fucking a conspiracy theory on taking my money. It was all of it in one fucking moment. And then feeling like a sucker.
Did you get the waves of everyone? Like, he's fucking took my money. And he calmed down. Like, it's a fucking thing. Take my money. Technology's the curse of humankind.
Oh my God.
Kaczynski
was right.
At the end of it, you fucking idiot.
Did you feel better after you spiked it?
I imagine it was like what a person that goes temporarily and kills somebody and then comes to with blood on their hands. Like, fuck, what have I done?
Fuck, how am I going to cover this up? Honey, it was on fire. Was it on fire? I set it on fire. I mean,
Oh my God, dude, I was so fucking
only way
mad.
to tell that this is our HP printer is by the dental. I got investigators coming out right now just to make sure this is truly our printer.
And then I'm just like giving an interview behind bars and shit. Started very simple.
Actually, as a child, I had a pretty good childhood. It's always to the side with them. Glasses down here. No, my father actually took the time to love me when I was a kid.
Wait, give me the deep voice.
Yeah, I grew up with him, and I used to see him all the time fucking around with cell phones and shit. Eventually, he just snapped and started going out to bigger appliances. Blenders were the only ones that ever fight back. Almost took one of my fingers off, but I was able to subdue the Hamilton blender.
And at the end, I scattered the remains in this alley that I used to do most of my work. You have any other questions?
So you would buy appliances just to disembowel?
I still haven't seen that Dahmer thing.
That's pretty good.
Everybody keeps telling me that.
Yeah.
Alonzo was telling me the other day. He was like, "You gotta watch it, man. It's fucking."
Oh my God, Alonzo, dude. Jesus Christ, man. I had to have a talk with him.
About what?
Well,
About sending me messages. Like, he won't just send you one long message. You can read it. He'll send like 50 fucking messages
yeah.
that all add up to the same thing he was talking about. And I'm like, dude, stop. And he was like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, listen, dude, stop. I get like 800 notifications and it's all one word sentences. I was like, collect your fucking thoughts and then tell me everything all at once. What's wrong
Proofread
with
it.
you? He's like, sorry, man, I'm just excited about this. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm about to block you, dude. What the fuck? He's like, after all these years? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not in the mood, bro. What the fuck? I don't know. Do people get offended if you just tell them like the truth and what's bothering you? Like,
Some people do, yeah. But I think that's
expressing-
a reasonable thing, man. I don't really dig the whole fucking send me like you said, like 15, 20 messages about the same thing.
yeah,
To me, and more than anything, it's just annoying because I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay. And then bling, I'm like, oh, fuck again. Or what I really don't like is like people that message you like at at 12, right? And you're in bed with your girl, and all you just see is your phone light up, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, ugh.
And it's always that question, like, who's texting you this late?
Right?
Like, some fucking asshole.
Some fucking dickhead.
And it's like, I don't care enough about him to get up, but that's still like my downfall. She's like, you're not going to answer it?
Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck about them. I'm in bed with you. She's all like, huh. Like, hang on a
You better
second
answer
now.
that.
Hang on a second then. See, look, it's nobody. They're stupid.
I could
Stop
not live like that,
bothering
dude.
me with my wife.
I forgot who I actually texted somebody back like that, and it's like, hey man, can you not fucking text me at 11:35 in the evening, or like fucking, it was late as fuck, and I think we were watching TV, and it just goes off like,
Yeah.
it just emits this big ass fucking light, and I was just sitting there like. But then I did like that thing where you like try to like show them there's nobody. Like, hey, well, let's see who this is. Huh?
Or you say the name out like, fucking Josh.
That's what I felt like you guys were getting to. Like, I'm still gonna text you at midnight.
Stop doing that.
But, I mean, we used to do that when we were kids. I mean, you know, like, oh, it's midnight. Man, fuck. Like, let me see where rolls. Hey, what's up, bitch? Where you at? I'm over here at this bar. I'll meet you over there or something, you know.
A dick pic
I
at
know,
midnight
right?
is perfect.
Dick pic.
At midnight.
What are you talking about?
Get a random dick pic from Google and send it to you guys.
It's illegal. You can't do that.
Oh, take me to
That's
court.
porn. I will take you to fucking court.
Damn.
I will take you to court.
All right, take me to court.
Don't you ever in your life.
I want to start texting you guys a pussy and be like, you up?
I thought about it for a second. I kept sending you guys dudes making out and shit like that. I was like, man, I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
I can't
That
keep
was
doing this.
weird.
Because you can't get us without getting yourself
Yeah,
first.
I mean,
Because you
it
gotta
just
go
took. I had to like pick the right one.
You're
So I'm
searching
like,
a lot. That's what I thought too.
Fuck.
And you're having to see 20 for every one that we see.
And I immediately delete it. But
it's the price you pay. You know,
I guess
the sacrifice I would make. And
whatever joy you're.
After that, it became too like, I'm just looking at this shit and sharing it,
And you're
Like,
giggling. You're giggling in your head too as you're doing it because
Well,
you think
some
it's
of them I was
funny.
like, oh my god, they're gonna die when they open this up. I always had an image like you're like doing something important. You're like, yes, Your Honor. Hang on. Ah, you fucking, you know.
So you're laughing while you're looking at all these. Dicks
Yeah,
make
I
out.
was giggling and shit. But after a while, I was like, what am I doing? I'm saving, and I would save them to my phone. I would save them in my pictures. I'd save them in my pictures, but like, and because it wasn't like in my boredom, you know, I'd be like, all right, let's look at some shit to fuck with my friends, and I started saving shit, and then I started going through my pictures, or I think Veronica, someone who's going through my pictures, they're like, what the fuck is all this weird shit? Like a bunch of women with no legs and shit.
Have you ever seen? This is my favorite.
What
now.
do you type? Men making out?
It's
Cringy?
yeah. And so he found his favorite with the kids getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that one, but I do like these people.
What is it?
I found my people.
The fuck?
What is it?
Let's click on a random.
Pick on one. Oh, put on with the big titties.
Big titty.
Mi bebito fiu fiu, mi caramelo de chocolate, empápame así, mi corazón de chocolate. Un peoneo de frutina, endulzame así, como mi bebito fiu fiu. Mi bebé, mi bebito fiu.
Change it.
Doing great.
Oh fuck, dude.
The fuck? Can they see this? They can see this, right?
I love this kid.
It smells very fresh, very aqua, very ocean. Yeah, it almost smells like ocean. A little aqua. It's very, very fresh. Oh, very fresh. Yeah, and kind of aqua. It smells very good.
What is this?
It's just
This
people
is Josh's mind.
People being cringy.
How you don't know how to keep your business clean. Oh, mine don't know that he's getting high at the body shop, doing something unholy.
This isn't cringy. It's
sad.
stupid.
Oof.
Any girl out there, I'm trying to find a girlfriend. And
Oh, I love this
I know
one.
you girls probably don't like me. You don't even know me, and I'm sorry. I just need to find a girl around my age. 36 years old. Any
Anyway, these are my,
thunder heavy.
This is Josh's mind.
Is it?
This is what's going on in your head.
Hey guys, we're gonna be smelling Creed Aventus. Powerful Creed Aventus. Oh man.
Oh, this.
hey guys, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. This letdown is for you guys. Hey!
Put on this one with the flower dress. Never mind. This is what's going on in Josh's head.
The decay of Western civilization.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like a little bit.
everybody's famous.
You're two-time and cheap lying wannabe. You're a fool. If you thought that I'd just let this go, I'll say red, red, oh red. You're two-time.
I just don't know what's going through people's minds, so I like to watch their.
This is like a level of hell, like another level of hell.
Is it?
Yeah, like this is keeping up with all the people. You know how we stopped having asylums
Yeah.
because it was cruel,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, let's see what happens in the future
Big
when
brother.
they all.
Do you think you could help me out with my shuriken jutsu after school today?
No, I can't. I'm busy. Why don't you go ask Father to help you?
Aw, come on. You're better at the shuriken jutsu than Father is. I mean, even I can see that. Big brother, why do you always treat me like such a pest?
I'm sorry, Sasuke. Some other time, okay?
Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
No,
Just weird?
no, it's not. It's not weird at all. It's like I'm just staring at a plant.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah. What's up with that girl with the big chin?
Just doing impression.
Oh, that guy seems interesting.
This one?
Yeah.
This is the only type of beer I like. Root beer. This is the only type
You
of
know
beer
who's
I
pretty
like.
good at this too? Bob.
What do you mean?
Bobby Diesel.
Good at what?
Have you seen his?
Putting random
No.
things.
It's pretty good. He
Bobby D.
just says like the obvious things,
Mm-hmm.
but he says it in his Bob way, and it's hilarious. Is that just his posts or his videos? You gotta go to his videos. And like you forget, he's a part of something, you know.
No, I don't see any. Just videos.
Maybe it's his Facebook then or something.
That's hilarious. He was dressed as Burt Reynolds or Norm Macdonald dressed as Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he doesn't have any videos.
Maybe it's on his Facebook. Because for a while, me, Larry, and White Cotton were sharing his videos. We were like, man, this guy is a
Oh, I
fucking
remember
genius.
that. Yeah, he stopped doing them.
Bob stopped doing them?
The weather outside's an April Fool's joke. Don't go outside. You're gonna kill people.
What?
Because the pandemic was going on. You got to know what's going on. Nah, Josh.
Oh.
No.
Well.
Boy.
When there is only one White Claw left. Why don't you wait? You haven't been showing any of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
California.
He's a good guy, man.
Anyway, you're gonna have to edit the shit out at the end of this.
Why?
I don't know.
Ugh.
No, you're right. I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this thing. Quite frankly, I think I'm just gonna pick the best 15 minutes.
Yep. Y'all should learn y'all's lesson, man. Y'all can't be smoking before we start doing this thing, dude.
No, I think we should just start as soon as we get here.
Yeah. I should.
But tomorrow, next week.
Tomorrow, next week, what?
Next week, just get into it right away.
I gotta show up on time.
I know. I woke up at 7:50. Yeah. I somehow find the time to be either right on time or a little bit late.
I fell back to sleep. I woke up early too, and I fell right back to sleep. Then I left early, but then the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Well, there you have it, folks. I would ask you guys if you have anything going on, but I don't think anybody would want to go see you.
October 21st, this Friday, go check out Feed the Funny at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. November 26th, Austin's Monk Jazz. I'll be headlining that. And December 2nd at Upstage Comedy Club. Check out comedyfrequency.com and Battle of the Sketches on Film Freeway if you have a sketch you'd like to submit to the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, take it easy, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
I thought the music was playing. It wasn't. I thought the music was playing and it wasn't playing.
He's gonna have to edit the first minute. It's just all quiet.
Now it's playing.
And then it started playing after a minute.
Thank y'all for listening.